Hey everybody, this is Grace, and I'm going to update this little series I'm writing. It's a huge series over several channels, going over years. Anyway, this is just rough drafts. This one is a very rough draft. And just a little bit of background information. These help me to see what I'm doing right or wrong, what needs to change. Like I said, writing these series. Hypothetical-fictional stories. Anyway, I'm losing my voice already. Pardon the way I'm doing it. It's about to start raining and it's too noisy inside, and don't want to go to a park or something. There's usually kids, and I don't put other people's kids in my videos. Anyway, like I said, this is it's fiction, and in this one I'm going to talk about Doctor Pam. They call her Doc Pam. Now she has a brother, Doc Rick. He just recently retired, but he had to come out of retirement for a good reason, and that's a story about Ruth. And like I said, Pam is his younger sister. She's 59 when all this is going on, early 2020, and when it starts, it is. And she works before all this really got started, that they had to move and all this. They had to be protected, basically. Now she worked out of her brother, Doc Rick, her brother's facility, which is on his own property. Okay, he has like the house right next door. There's like a connecting thing to it, and that's where she practices now. Like I said, he just went into retirement, but he had to come out. Okay, let me see if I can speak and actually get this going. Okay, anyway, she had married young. Okay, she was married when she was young, but 10 years ago, around 10 years ago, her husband had her served for divorce. Had the divorce papers served to her while she was at work. And just out of the blue, she hadn't, sorry, this is starting to rain. She had no idea. He was an EMT. And he had never been, after that, he, in their relationship, their marriage was good. And it was just very shocking to her, because why? All of a sudden, here she was at work and she had these papers served to her. And she, did the normal thing, try to contact him and all that. And, but he was never heard from again. Okay, he had already had him served and all that. And, now, it was not long after she went, well, she had actually gone from nurse to doctor. It was not long after that he had these serves. Later in life, it was later in life when she went from nurse practitioner to doctor. Whew, I knew I'd get it out sooner or later. But they'd never had kids, and she and her husband, her then ex-husband after that, and there was no reason for it. That they seemed to be happy with one another. There wasn't anything with the problem with her not having kids. They were, them not having kids. Everything, there was no reason for the divorce at all. And so, like I said, she was very, just knocked out of the water what was going on. Why all of a sudden, out of the blue, her husband does this, and she has to deal with that. Anyway, like I said, it was around 10 years before, and she had no what people call closure, and you don't always get closure in relationships when they break up, or in many kind of situations you don't always get closure. So she had none, and then that was 10 years ago. Now this situation came up in the whole community. Well, one of them that came up was that this woman, Ruth, had been found walking on an old highway at nighttime by this woman named Connie, but they didn't know who it was at the time that found her, because Connie dropped Ruth off at this cafe out there. She thought she was doing all the good thing. Connie was 69, 70 years old, somewhere around there, and she thought she was doing what Ruth wanted her to do. You know, what that Ruth just, you know, when she went back after going to the restroom, she didn't see Ruth, so she figured, hey. And but it turns out there's a lot more going on behind the scenes in this, and which led to Doc Rick, Doc Pam, you know, they call them, that's what they call them, and a lot of Ruth and Connie and other people having to be go to one of these ranch mansions. It was a dude ranch, and they had mansions on them for people. You know, there were actually operational ranches too, but they had to go to one to be under security, lots of security, because there's something going on, and they're trying to, the sheriff's department, their enforcement, the law enforcement all around, they're trying to figure out what's going on. So anyway, I just wanted to put this part out there. Like I said, these are rough draft recordings for me to, you know, and some of it is to remember, although I have it written also. So anyway, that's enough for this for now. I'll talk to you on another video.